Hey everyone, we're here with Anne Rue. Now, you just ended off your show on stage talking about your business and how you were on TV shows like Hotel Impossible. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Basically, I'm an interior designer, and I'm based locally here in the Orlando area. I was fortunate enough to be on a show on HGTV called Design Star, and kind of got me out there in the TV world. I'd never been on TV before, but did it. And Hotel Impossible called me about a year ago and asked me to be one of the designers for their show. So I do that now as well.
Through the show, viewers get to see basically the behind the scenes, especially with Jeff Lewis, who was on here a little bit before, the behind the scenes of what it's like to do the work that you do. But what do you think is one of the hardest things, both on TV and off TV, hardest things to do with design?
I would say it's the timing, because in TV world, you really don't have a lot of time. We film for 1 week for the Hotel Impossible show, but really the amount of time that we get to do construction and design is 3.5 days. Because you have to take in consideration that there's camera people, there's before and afters, there's stills, and then there's also production going on through it, so you're stopped throughout. So it's really the timing.
For those who want to learn how to get into the business, you know, those who are in college or interning, what do you think, what is one piece of advice you would like to give them?
Well, you just said it, interning. And if you have a passion for interior design, go to school, take some classes if you can, and if you're already done with college and you're really inspired to be an interior designer, see if you can intern for a big company. I say go with the bigger company and you're going to learn a lot more, and just kind of work your way up. My degree was in fashion design for the first degree, and then I went back to school for interior design. And I went to the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale for fashion design, which also has an interior design program. But there's several great interior design programs in New York and Florida, pretty much all over.
How did the TV shows affect your life, both as a designer and also your family life? Because I understand that a lot of the shows you did, what was the first one you named?
Design Star on HGTV.
You were away from your family for a very long time, and you were kind of secluded away from a lot of people and really from the world for a couple of weeks. So how did that kind of affect your work when you got out of it?
Thankfully, I have a really good team at my office, and they managed everything, all my work, while I was away, because I couldn't speak to them. There was no communication with them at all. So we prepared for it several months in advance. I let all my clients know that I was going to be away. Of course, I couldn't tell them that I was going to be on HGTV or any kind of reality show, because that was against the rules. So we handled it the best we could. And then since I've been back from that, it's opened up so many new avenues for me. Television, as I said, was not anything that I had ever done before. And so now I do quite a bit of it, and I really enjoy it.
And that's the beauty of television. While it's very hard to get into, there's so much more that can come out of it than the negatives. And you could just do so much more than you could have done with, when you started off, before you started off. There's so much that you can do once you meet everyone.
Absolutely. And as I said when I was speaking, that what we do changes people's lives. You kind of look at it as, we're decorating a house or renovating a house, but you really affect the way that people live in it and the people function in it, and that changes people's lives. So it's a great feeling to be able to do that.
And that's the important thing, not only changing your life, but also influencing other people's lives as well.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you very much for letting me interview you. Hope to see you again in the future.
Sounds good.
And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.